What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something
Surely
like that?
Sayaka didn't lie about that. It was a very elaborate
I know
scheme.
you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
Oh no.
And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
This doesn't look good
And
for
either it
Sayaka.
was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Less of his signature and more just writing her name. And that note, Sayaka wrote it?
but why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
How?
Huh? What makes you say that? Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Will do. Alright, so what have you got? What's your point? Door nameplates, okay.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Makoto.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
Yeah.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room. Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
Technically,
So in
yeah.
other words,
But
even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
not really. The killer went to my room instead of Sayaka's. And the reason for that has to be because of what switched between what got switched between mine and Sayaka's rooms.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yeah?
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to,
Specifically
it
said my
specifically
room.
says my room.
But that,
I see.
yeah, that's right.
So
Okay.
if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Yeah.
Exactly. The room that
No.
Makoto.
Because the nameplates got switched around. So we're technically in the right rooms.
the nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Yeah.
Then, if someone did do what the note
But then what's the
said,
point of
they would
switching
end up at
rooms?
Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. It had to be the only other person who knew we'd switch rooms. Sayaka.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Something I want to talk to you about. Just us two, 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
That's what I'm saying.
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
But why would she switch it all then?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room.
What
That's
happened
where the
after?
answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
Well, yeah, I gather that much.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah, what's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because there was glitter on her wrist. When you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. When you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. Maybe the evidence is Sayaka's wrist.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword.
I can count the
You
pixels in
barely
that
have
image.
to touch that stuff, and
I
it'll
shouldn't be
stick
too
right
hard
to
in the
you.
game though.
And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
Yeah.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
I agree. What happened in my room, and what led to Sayaka's death, that's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates, oh my god. Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the L1 button to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the L1 button to cycle through each bullet. Or you can hold down the L1 button, then use the left stick to select a specific bullet. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun. So we're just casually setting it to mean. Here we go. Okay. So the knife, the sword and the sword sheath. I imagine it would be the sword. maybe?
The culprit grabbed the sword,
Yeah.
and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back.
Yeah.
She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
Just about, yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
Probably not exactly. If the person with the sword really did attack first, there's no explanation for why a certain part of the sword got damaged. But yeah, the sheath was scratched up.
The culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Couldn't have been a sneak attack, because if it was, then how would this sheath be scratched?
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife?
Yeah.
That was the only sharp thing found at the
I mean,
scene.
yeah, I guess alright, the sword must be
Stop
pretty
jumping
sharp.
ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
Not
The
that
sword
hard,
was
really.
used first. There wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
I think we just
Sorry,
about got the case
but I
down.
don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Part of her body that shows she never used a sword. If you wanted to use a sword, but part of your body would have to touch it. Her palms were clean, and there were none of the gold flint.
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Yeah.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
No,
Sorry,
she couldn't have.
but I don't think so.
Because it was
Why did you say
nighttime.
that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, because it was nighttime.
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands, because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens to the water at nighttime. The water was off.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
It's been like 4 or 5
no
days.
different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have to have been the one without the sword. So the one who damaged the sheath was Sayaka.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first,
So
and the
Sayaka
sword was
struck
used as an
first.
impromptu defense.
And the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
She
Took the knife from the
film it
kitchen,
on us by doing
then
it in our
invited the
room.
culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation,
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
But now she's dead.
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping
Yeah,
the
now
room
she's dead.
swap a
Sucks us
secret.
up, Sayaka.
If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
What case?
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
That would be
Oh
awful.
yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Yeah. Is it really over? Obviously I'm committed to finding out who killed her. But what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. That's not true. What about everything by the incinerator? And everything else in the room? Yeah, it's done a message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Not quite.
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we found up to this point one more time.
Do that.
Do we really have time for all that?
Die! Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
Still one clue left, I'm sure of it. Psycho left it on the wall she was leaning up against.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it.
Hey,
But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong. There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining, wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yeah. There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message. I can prove it. Because there was blood on her index finger, and just
Her
her index
left
finger.
index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro, you're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right.
Kind of, yeah.
The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it. There's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Oh,
You
you're
just
done
shot
for.
past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Can you not flip it? Can you not know what 180 degrees is? Psycho's dying message reveals the real killer's name. If you turn her message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear.